Hi everyone, this is Miss Andrea. I am the Youth Services Librarian at the Hickory Corner branch of the Mercer County Library System, and I have the honor of introducing another round of children's author trivia. Bob Noose was able to get another group of children's authors to give us some trivia questions, and so if you've played this before, you know how this works. The author is going to ask a question, and then you can pause the video if you need time to think about it, then you can unpause to hear the answer. So good luck everyone, have fun with it.
Hi, Mercer County Library patrons. This is author Haley Barrett, and I'm here to talk to you today about my picture book, What Miss Mitchell Saw, which was spectacularly illustrated by Diana Sudica. This book is the story of part of the amazing life of the Nantucket astronomer Maria Mitchell. She was born in 1818, and in 1847, when she was 29 years old, she saw something, and she was the first person in the world to see it. So my question for you today is, what did Miss Mitchell see? Do you know? Can you guess? In 1847, Maria Mitchell saw a comet. From her island home of Nantucket, she was the first person in the world to see this particular comet, which is still known as Miss Mitchell's Comet. And because she was the first person to see this comet, it really put American astronomy on the international map. And as a reward for her incredible sighting, she won a gold medal from the King of Denmark. So my question is, what Miss Mitchell saw? And what she saw was a comet. Again, this is Haley Barrett. Thanks, Mercer County Library patrons. Keep reading. Bye.
Hello, everybody. I'm Jennifer Sattler, and today's question comes from my book, One Red Sock. It's about a purple hippo who's getting dressed in the morning. She puts on her socks, but she can only find one of her red socks. She's very frustrated. And throughout the book, she tries on different socks. Is that one red? It is not. She kind of likes things to be perfect, so she's getting frustrated. Just going through. She can't find it. So my question to you is, where was the other red sock? You think about it while I show you the last page of the book. Where was the other red sock? She was sitting on it. It was there the whole time. She's a silly hippo. All right. Bye, guys.
Hi, everybody. I'm a children's book author named Kim Norman, and I live in Virginia. And I have another book of mine that I wanted to ask you a question about in case you've had a chance to read my book, Thunder Pug, which is the sequel, which means it came after my book, Puddle Pug. And so it's also the story about Percy and his friend Petunia, who is a pig. You can see her in the back. She's a pig. And my question is, once Percy decides he wants to become a superhero, he calls himself Thunder Pug, and then his friend Petunia decides to join him being a superhero. Does anybody remember what she called herself when she became a superhero? Can you remember? And the answer is Pink Lightning. She called herself Pink Lightning. So that's the answer to that question. And I thank you all very much for playing along. Bye, everybody.
Hi, I'm Amy June Bates, the author and illustrator of the book, The Big Umbrella. And my questions for you are, 1, who would you like to share an umbrella with? And if you want to answer another question, it is, what do you think the umbrella means. Another way to say that is, what do you think the umbrella symbolizes? Thank you. Can't wait to hear your answers.
Hi everyone, this is Tad Hills, and I am the author and illustrator of the Duck and Goose books. There's a series about Duck and Goose, and I've got a series about a dog named Rocket. How Rocket Learned to Read is one, and Rocket Writes a Story is another one. And my question for you today comes from this story. So in the story that Rocket writes, he compares the owl's beak to what? He says in his story, the owl had a beak the color of a what? Okay, the answer is a buttercup. He writes, the owl had a beak the color of a buttercup. And we actually saw a buttercup earlier in the book when he goes out and looks for new words. He uses his nose to sniff out new words, and he finds a bug and a feather and a buttercup. All right. Thanks. Take care.
Hi, I'm Amy Young. I wrote and illustrated 4 books about a unicorn named Sparkle. And my question for you is, what is one of Sparkle's favorite foods? And the answer is cupcakes. Here's Sparkle eating his first ever cupcake. Chomp! Just eats it in one big bite. That's the answer. Thanks for listening. Thanks for reading. Bye.
Hi everyone, I'm Joyce Hesselberth, and I'm the author illustrator of a few children's books, Shapeshift and Mapping Sam, and my most recent one is called Pitter Pattern. It's all about where you can find patterns in the days of the week, in music, in nature, everywhere. And in this story, we follow Lou. This is the main character. We follow her through the days of her week to see where she finds pattern. Now, my question for you is about one particular pattern. I want to see if you can find this one because it's a little bit tricky to find. This is a growing pattern. That's your first clue. That means the pattern starts small and gets bigger over time. The other clue is that this pattern is about birds. So I'll wait for just a minute while you go look and see if you can find it. Okay, did you find it? It's right here on this spread. This is a page where Lou and her grandmother go to the zoo and they ride the bus. And if you look way up here on the telephone wire, you can find 2 birds, and then 4 birds, and then 6 birds, and then 8 birds. So they're really tiny and hard to find. Also on this spread, if you look really closely, right here on this bus, you can find Lou and her grandmother. They're really tiny, but you can see them too. They're on their way to the zoo. So I hope you enjoy the book, and thanks for inviting me.
Greetings from White Bear Lake, Minnesota. My name is David LaRochelle, and I am the author of many books for kids, including my latest book, See the Cat, 3 stories about a dog. And I'm also the author of the book, Moo. Both books are illustrated by Mike Wanutka. And my trivia question has to do with the book Moo. In the story, Cow steals the farmer's car, and she says only 2 words throughout the whole story. One of those words is moo. And my question is, what is the other word that Cow says? Do you have your guess? Are you ready to go ahead and tell them? The other word that Cow says in the whole story is the word ba. Yes, you say that after you try to blame the sheep for what you did, didn't you? So happy reading, And remember, if you have a cow, don't let her drive your car.
Hi, I'm Deb Pluty, author and illustrator. In my picture book, Old Rock is Not Boring, Old Rock has been around for a very long time. And Old Rock's friends think that being a rock is, well, pretty boring. What very large creature did Old Rock meet millions of years ago? And I'm going to give you a hint. You might be able to see one somewhere around me. If you guess dinosaur, you're right. Here's a model of a T-Rex. And then here are the illustrations. These are the dinosaurs Old Rock met millions of years ago. A sauropod and a T-Rex. Thanks for playing.
Hi readers, my name is Elizabeth Verdick and I'm an author of children's books. I love writing books for kids. This year I wrote 2 new books. One of them is called Bike and Trike, as you can see by the cover right here. And this book is illustrated by Brian Biggs. Here's my trivia question. As you can see, we have Bike. He's flashy and snazzy and lots of fun. And here we have Trike. And he's rusty but trusty and very sweet. And when it comes to Trike, safety comes first. That's one of his important messages. I have a trivia question for you today, and it is, in the story Bike and Trike, what are the kids' names? There's a little girl who's been Trike's rider forever and ever, and her little brother. What are their names? I'll tell you. Here they are. This is Lulu right here, and this is her little brother True. Lulu and True are going to have an adventure with Bike and Trike. There will be a race and there will be a fun conclusion. I hope you'll read this book. Nice to see you. Bye.
Hi, I'm Jessica Young, the author of some picture books and chapter books like the Haggis and Tank Unleashed series and the Fairy Light Friends series, and I have a question for you about this book. I'm wondering, what do Ruby, Iris, and Pip see in Crystal Pool, and what are those pictures that they see clues about? Happy reading! Ruby, Iris, and Pip each see a different picture in Crystal Pool, and there are clues on their outfits as to what they see. Ruby sees a rainbow, Iris sees a lightning bolt, and Pip sees a flower, and those are clues to their fairy magic.
Hello, I am Alex Wellen, and I am the author and illustrator of the book Unicorns Are the Worst, which stars a grumpy little goblin named Gilbert who's out to prove that goblins are just as magical as any unicorn. Now my question for you is this. In the book, Gilbert claims that he can use goblin magic to turn a sock into what? Do you have any idea what it could be? Well, it turns out he can use his magic to turn a sock into a sock slug, which is pretty magical if you ask me. Well, thanks for joining me and happy reading.
Hi, I'm Karen Katz, and I wrote this book called The Colors of Us. It's about Lena, who's 7 years old, and she wants to paint a picture of herself. So she asks her mom if she can have some brown paint because her skin is brown. And her mom says, well, there's a lot of different browns. People are not just one color. So they decide to go out into the neighborhood and see what they can see. And they meet all different kinds of friends and people, and they look at their different beautiful skin colors. Well, at the end of the book, Lena decides to paint pictures of everyone she met that day. And these are all the pictures she's painted. But there's an extra painting on the wall of somebody that they did not see in this book. Can you find the picture she painted? That's the extra painting? While you're looking, because it might take a few minutes, I'm just going to sit here and wait and see if you can find that extra painting. Did you find it? Well, I'll tell you which one it is. It's this one. There's an extra painting here, and this person is not in the book. Okay, there you go. I hope you found it, and I hope you have fun reading. Bye.
Welcome back. How'd you do with those questions? Awesome. All right. Well, I want to say thank you to all those authors who took the time to provide those questions for us. And I want to let everyone know that all of the books and the authors are available in the Mercer County Library System catalog. So please visit our website at www.mcl.org to put those books on hold. You can arrange a contactless pickup, or you can come into the branch to pick up your holds on our in-branch days. And you can find our most recent hours of operation on the website as well. Bye.